In today's video, we are going to learn about some of the important questions related to the Anglo Norman period. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Question number first is, when did the Anglo Norman period in English literature take place? So, the answer of the question is the Anglo Norman period in English literature took place from the 11th century to the 14th century. It starts from 1066. Okay, the next question is, who was the leader of the Norman conquest in 1066? Answer. The leader of the Norman conquest in 1066 was William the Conqueror. Question number 3. What specific linguistic change occurred during the Anglo-Norman period? So its answer is, the linguistic change during the Anglo-Norman period was the blending, that is, the mixing of Norman and Old English, giving rise to Anglo-Norman. Question number 4 is, which language were commonly employed in literature during this historical period? Historical period means the Anglo-Norman period. So the answer is, the languages commonly employed, यानी जो इस्तेमाल किए गए हैं in literature during this period were Latin, French and occasionally English. Okay, question number 5. What is the Chanson de Roland and in which language is it composed? So the answer is, the Chanson de Roland is an epic poem composed in Old French language. Okay, question number 6. What were the central themes explored in Romance literature of the Anglo-Norman period? Romance literature of the Anglo-Norman period explored themes of knights, love and adventures. The next question is, what topics did historical chronicles cover during the Anglo-Norman period? So the answer is, historical chronicles during the Anglo-Norman period covered topics such as politics, societal change, and the formation of national identity. Next question is, was literature primarily enjoyed by the wealthy during the Anglo-Norman period? So the answer is, no. Literature became increasingly popular among a broader audience beyond the wealthy class during this period. यानी अमीर लोगों के अलावा तमाम, ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ अमीर लोग जो है इसको एंजॉय कर रहे थे, सारे लोग इसको एंजॉय कर रहे थे. Okay, the next question is, what were the primary themes addressed in religious literature of the Anglo-Norman period? So the answer is, religious literature of the Anglo-Norman period primarily addressed themes related to teachings and moral guidance. Okay, next question is, what significant societal changes resulted from the Norman conquest? यानी मुआशरती कौन कौन सी तब्दीलियाँ जो है वो रुनुमा हुई नॉर्मन कॉन्क्वेस्ट के साथ? So the answer is, the Norman conquest brought about significant changes in laws, governance and societal structures in England. Societal structures का मतलब है मुआशरती जो तब्दीली है, मुआशरती साख्त है, उसमें भी तब्दीली लाई गई इसकी वजह से. Okay, question number 11. How would you describe the social hierarchy during the Anglo-Norman period? Its answer is, the social hierarchy during the Anglo-Norman period consisted of kings, nobles and individuals with defined role in the societal structure. Okay, question number 12. What were some common themes explored in literature during the Anglo-Norman period? Answer is, common themes explored in literature during the Anglo-Norman period include loyalty, honor, and the establishment of societal order. Question number 13. How did the interplay of different languages influence literature during the Anglo-Norman period? So, the answer is, the interplay of French and English language resulted in a unique and distinctive literary tradition during the Anglo-Norman period. यानी दोनों के मिलाप से जो है फ्रेंच और इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के मिलाप से एक ख़ास लिटरेरी ट्रेडिशन जो है वो कायम हो गई. Question number 14. Why is the Chanson de Roland significant in the context of Anglo-Norman literature? So the answer is the chanson de Roland is significant because it illustrates or describes the influence of French epic traditions on Anglo-Norman literature. Question number 16. Did Latin continue to hold importance for learning during the Anglo-Norman period? So its answer is yes. Latin continued to hold importance as the language of learning during the Anglo-Norman period. Okay, the next question is, what was the lasting impact of Norman conquest on England? The Norman conquest left a lasting impact on England, influencing its society, language, and cultural development. Okay, Ji, the next question is, what contributed to the increased popularity of literature among common people during this period? So its answer is literature became more interesting and accessible to common people, not just the wealthy class. The next question is, in how many languages were literature works written during the Anglo-Norman period? So the answer is literature works during the Anglo-Norman period were written in Latin, French, and occasionally English. So these were some of the important questions related to the Anglo-Norman period. I hope you may have understood it. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.